Here we are, guys, at the Brewing Company, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, Northampton Street, East Northampton Street. Just taking a look around, going to do some beer reviews and doing a tour.
But it's our 3.5 barrel system. We built it from the ground up ourselves, all the frame together. We had found the tanks underneath the wood is stainless, so then we platted them. And more, for the insulation and for looks, it makes a really unique looking system. We do our grain handling upstairs, brew over here, and then we ferment down in the cellar. But this is, it's a little system, but it gets the job done. People keep asking me to go with a bigger system, and the good thing about a bigger system is, you can brew a lot more at one time, but with this little 3-barrel system, we can brew a lot more different kinds of beer. So instead of, say, 10 barrels of lunch pail out, we could do 3 barrels of lunch pail, 3 barrels of IPA, 3 barrels of Old King Cole, and keep changing it up that way. So for now, we're going to stick with this and then get a whole bunch of small fermenters.
So what do you want for heat?
They're electric. It's in the
all systems electric.
Well, more or less. The water heater over there is commercial. It's on demand, and it'll spit out 185 degrees for us. So all the match water, the initial strike temperature, we go anywhere from 150 to 160, and so that's being heated by gas, and then everything else is electric along the way. It was just easier because we didn't have to get into having the ventilation and coating and all that stuff. The electric system just saved us a lot of trouble. But originally, this was gas and electric. We had a burner at the bottom when it was in my garage, and then when we came up here, we decided to just cut that part out.
That's why the next food is strictly electric.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not terrible. Some people say the elements would scorch the wort and stuff like that, but I haven't seen any problems like that at all. Yeah. But yeah, it's not much worse. This used to be first and second grade. This was a school building. First and second grade, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Yeah. Again, the room downstairs looked like this. The walls were all falling apart. Everything was a mess. So you got to get a good idea of what we did.
Nice. That's an awesome grain mill. That is exactly the same kind of grain mill that all home brewers enjoy.
Yeah. Well, that's it was the one that we used, and I had a motor hooked up to it, and I burned the motor out, and I rigged up a drill, and it was one of those things I just did. It works. So.
Anything that's actual hands-on man meets brewing is
everything that we do is that.
Is man and brew come together.
But so yeah, this is our grain room. It's not very fancy, but it will be part of the tour once we get this room cleaned up and stuff like that. And you gotta check it out. Over here, I think we're gonna do this as part of our tour also.
Yeah, this is historic.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna just keep this as a classroom, but it'll be part of one of the stops as we tour through the building.
Should write down, beer starts as this, comes to this, makes this, then you're drunk, and then you have a kid. Then you get married. Yeah, that's how beer works. It's like champagne, except cheaper. And more enjoyable. Alright, here you go. Go for it.
We got a couple batches going right now. The temperature of the room just sits at 68 degrees.
Plastic conical fermenters?
Yeah, we've been using them for a while. It was a good way to get started. I'd like to switch over to stainless. Eventually we will. But in time.
How do you control your carb?
We carb in the keg.
Oh, in the keg?
Yeah, so we just force carb every single keg. We got a lineup with 25, so we can do 20 or 25.
The chill room.
Yeah. It's nothing fancy.
But that's exactly what you need. Now, do you actually chill your fermenters in there as well to rack them?
Yep.
Awesome.
They'll go about 2 weeks out here, and then when we're done, we roll them in here to crash the yeast. It was our way of getting started without shelling out a lot of money for glycol tanks and all that type of stuff.
Use what you have.
Yeah, and it works. And we'll eventually upgrade, but not yet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Cheers. Calling from PABrewNews, and this is the 5 Whistle Wheat. Comes in at 4.2% alcohol by volume, and of course, Breaker Brewing Company. Let's give it a go. Wow, huge banana characteristic on this one. I'm not getting any cloves or anything off the smell, but huge, luscious banana. It's almost got a bit of a, wow, you're getting definite cereal grain kind of taste. Just doing a beer review. Getting slight citrus notes of orange, a little bit of lemon mixed in with the banana. But it's amazing because you have a big, like a cornflakes kind of a taste to the finish of it. It's pretty interesting. It's got a mild mouthfeel. It's nothing actually too heavy. Pretty thin. You have a little bit of that residual cereal, but there's not a lot lingering after that. It's not bad though. I'm gonna give this one a 7. 7 for the 5 Whistle Wheat, 4.2% ABV. Cheers. Okay, so this is the Goldie's Blonde Ale, 4.2% alcohol by volume. Yeah, you definitely get citrus notes off the nose.
Yeah. It's sweet orange peel in there.
Yep. Wow. You get a lot of, you can definitely get the spice out of that.
Yeah.
Coriander. Wow, and you can get the zest from the peel.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you can actually feel it in your mouth. It's good.
We're a little heavy-handed with most of the beers. So,
Is this heavily hopped at all?
no, not really.
So you're just getting massive peels and
Peel is,
spice.
Giving you that bite.
It works well. It's wow, that's good. That's definitely a good alternative to hopping and peel it up.
It's a good beer for when you're cutting grass and, you know, doing the outside work or having an outside barbecue. It's one that you can have a bunch of. Trust me, I know from experience.
Yeah.
And,
This is really good stuff. I'm gonna give this one 9. It's good.
yeah.
Thank you. What is it? Lunch Pale Ale, 5.5% alcohol by volume. Kind of a little bit of an astringent hop going on. You know, it's got, I don't know. What is that?
It's
There's a mild bitterness going on.
It's not a bestseller. Yeah, it's not smooth hop. It's more of a white.
Right, it's more white.
Actually, some people say it's lighter than our ILPA, and it's 42 IBUs. The ILPA is 75 IBUs, and it's just...
This one has more of a resiny hop to it, so it reminds more of like a double IPA type of hop style a little bit to me, more so than just maybe your standard pale ale hops. And I think that's some I didn't say that a little bit, but it's good. I like it. I like when the actual hop characteristic stands out in your ales more than just a random bitterness or a random, you know what I mean? Sometimes you get hops where you don't even taste the hops, but you feel them, and that's it.
Yeah.
I like this 8 out of 10. Cheers. This one is the Old King Cole Stout. 5% alcohol by volume. Well, you definitely get roasty. Definitely roasted. Get a little bit of coffee mixed with chocolate off that one. Kind of standard, but every time I say coffee and chocolate, I mean, it's a stout. You're going to get coffee and chocolate. And it's a nice, for being cold, it's got a nice mouthfeel to it. It actually has a nice lingering thing. It almost tastes a little bit, get a touch of milk chocolate. Lingering around your mouth. And it's not going away, it's staying, that's nice. It's got a semi-good mouthfeel, but it goes down easy. And it's definitely sweet. This one's gonna get a 9. Cheers.
The hops there. We left enough sweetness.
Okay. Here we go. Definitely got the wheat ale smell because of the yeast. There you go. I'm actually pulling a little bit of lemon off this one too, in the aroma. There's a nice bite to it at the end, and it's really not that overcarbonated. Is that the one that you said was overcarbonated?
Yeah.
I like it. Because since it's Belgian-y, I expect overcarbonation, but this one isn't. Some of the Belgian ales I've had, it's where you drink it and you go,
Yeah.
you know, this doesn't do that. This is more of a lively, energizing carbonation than an overbearing one. And so basically it's Belgian IPA. And this one's actually a well done one. I'm gonna give this one an 8. Cheers. Okay guys, this is their anthracite ale. It is an amber ale. Comes in at 5%. If you really suck in, you definitely get like a really roasted burnt caramel flavor. It actually has a good amount of bitterness to it to make it a little bit more lively. You're definitely getting the sweet malts, but a little bit of the dark malts too. Now that it's down a little bit and warmed up, you almost get faint hits of chocolate. The hop style mixed with the malts is really well balanced. This one's definitely getting a 9 because this is one that you could session a lot of. It's easy to drink and it's very tasty. The hop presence makes it very lively. So it's an invigorating kind of a drink. Cheers. Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews, and we got the I Heart PA, and this comes in at 7%, so it's an IPA, obviously. This has a very resiny, astringent hop going on. It's got basically that double IPA feel almost, bordering on cat piss. There's no Simcoe in this though. We're using Falconer's Flight 7 Seas hops. So this is really cool because this is my first ale that's used Falconer's Flight. Always wanted to try these. It's pleasant though. It's not that really Simcoe-y double IPA. Yeah. You get that lifted, little bit more lifted, invigorating double IPA taste in the mouth. It's not all dark and dringy. Dark and whatever I just tried to say. But you have that in there, but it's lifted by really zesty notes of hops. This IPA won't be for everybody, especially if you don't like the doubles, if you're more like an East Coast. And it's not, there's like hints of earth and hints of pine and that astringent dish note. So it's not one of those ones that everybody would enjoy if you're already stuck in a style. But definitely this is really cool, and I'm really enjoying this Falconer's Flight 7 Seas hop, so cheers. It's got kind of a mild bitterness. It's not really over bitterly at all. That's why I kind of consider it more of almost a double IPA kind of a taste. But all in all, it's pretty damn good. I'll give this one an 8. Cheers.